Hello, and welcome to Liberate Your Life podcast, a place where we come together and explore Ayurvedic wisdom, holistic healing, and spirituality, empowering individuals to explore their true nature and transform their life. I'm your host, Melinda Reese, Ayurvedic practitioner, Panchakarma specialist, and founder of Tahoe Ayurveda. And I am here to help you transform your life. Hello, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 24, Practical Ayurveda for Everyday Life. What is Ayurveda all about, and how can we break it down into the practical application to empower ourselves to live in deeper harmony within our inner and outer environments? Thank you for joining me here on Liberate Your Life podcast. Practical Ayurveda for everyday living. So, yes, Ayurveda is in its infancy in this country. It's like Chinese medicine was decades ago. And yet, these traditional practices have been around for thousands and thousands of years. And there's this common language and insight and depth that they all bring forward and that they're all based in. And so I really want to go back to the foundations of Ayurveda for more simple and practical applications to empower individuals to use what is available inside ourselves and around us in nature to really inform us so that we can connect into that which has always been, that which will always be. It's free, it's within you, it's all around you. And ancient wisdoms, ancient traditions, alternative medicine, these practices are all steeped in this way of understanding life, the cycles of life, and really connecting into ourselves so that we can be empowered to make these choices to live in a deeper state of harmony. My new favorite tagline for Ayurveda is self-knowledge for self-healing. And Ayurveda, whether we know the Sanskrit words or we know the doshas or we know exactly like how Ayurveda works and moves as us through us with its mystical, like threaded themes throughout it, it's really about knowing yourself, listening to yourself, connecting to yourself, and really trusting that intuitive pulse that is there. Your body is communicating with you, your heart is communicating with you. Can we actually drop into ourselves and listen and really be deeply intimate and connected to the subtle movements, to the subtle nuances and the shifts? Can we hear the loud calling out of whether something's uncomfortable or not working or truly working, and keep riding that wave? So Ayurveda, when we talk about that, it's the knowledge or wisdom of life. So then we go to self-knowledge, to know thyself. It is your unique self. There is nothing else like you in the world. And how do you get to know yourself? How do you sit with yourself? And we live in a world where there is so much distraction and impulse and stimulus to keep us directed outwardly to understand ourselves. But the true depth and clarity and movement and authentic movement and freedom and happiness lies within you. The answers lie within, and it takes time and commitment to go inward in meditation, in nature, at home, not always plugged in to something in our ears, listening to something, looking at something, constantly stimulating, but listening internally so that we can know ourselves. Our body is giving us the messages, and so often we've overridden our systems and we don't know even how to listen to our bodies anymore, or our hearts, and they are just waiting for us to relax and melt into them and really become whole and empowered in our own capacity to make choices on our behalf. So, what I'm talking about is like, can we listen to when we're tired or we're hungry or we're full or this food doesn't work for us or that relationship and that way of communication isn't feeling good? Why is it that our systems are really addicted and attached to more of an aggravated, chaotic state? What does it mean to actually drop into stillness, to be in a peaceful, fluid, harmonious state? What does that feel like? Can we cultivate that? Where is that? It's always available at the ground of your being. It is within all of us. And we can really start to foster this new depth and relationship with ourselves so that we can really fine tune these instruments and really refine these like subtle and very dominant movements that are telling us I'm full now, or that doesn't work for me, or that actually really invigorates my system and ignites my clarity. And why am I choosing what I'm choosing? Where is that coming from? Where's the attachment? Where's the impulse? Where's the stimulation? Am I constantly aggravating my system? And what is that agitation? Or am I choosing things to really live in a deeper state of harmony, health, and well being? And so many people say that they would love to be more healthy and they would love to be more active, and it's how much time are we spending really fostering and cultivating that within our everyday practices? And we have the power to live in peace within ourselves and really reclaim our health and our mental clarity, our emotional stability, our hormonal balance, our longevity, our vitality. And yes, we come into this life with karma that plays out through our embodied experience, genetics, and at the same time, I'm talking about a piece that's beneath all of that, that's always available, regardless of how the world moves and ebbs and flows. So, really getting so deeply intimate with yourself so that you can understand who you are and really act on your behalf and advocate for your health and well being. And I can guarantee you that there is a million products out there and there's a huge industry in health and wellness. And I'm so grateful for the industry. And it's in you. The answers are within you. At the end of the day, it's you activating within yourself your capacity to make these choices, to become deeply intimate, to advocate for your health and well being, to understand who you are. That is the foundation of this whole life. And we're not the center of the universe, but we are the center of like our beautiful movement in authentic way, and it's not like anyone else. There is no other beautiful wildflower that is you. And so how what works for you? What foods do you like? What movements do you like? What inspires you? And go big, dream big, dig deep into your soul. This is the life, this moment, and then we don't know what's coming next. And right now, in this evolution of our collective consciousness and collective humans on this earth, it is time to reclaim our inner light, our freedom, our health and well being, and really understand what is externally going on and what we can really deeply cultivate within ourselves and align with our health and our well being, and really help to spread that capacity and just by example, empowering others to do the same. And so the second piece is the self healing part. And the self healing is as we get to know ourselves intimately, as we listen to all the messages that our body is giving us, that our heart is giving us, that understanding our mind, the way that it works, the way that the thoughts will drag us around, they will empower us and they will demobilize us. So getting very intimate with that. And then the self-healing really comes from, as we advocate for ourselves and get to know ourselves, we get to really heal ourselves on every dimension and access a freedom and happiness that is available, that nobody can take away from you. That doesn't mean life is going to be easy and sweet, but it's a space within you that is so, that carries you through life, that shines through, that just has a deep understanding of the bigger soul's journey of this life and the ways in which it's going to be the full spectrum of experiences and emotions. So the self-healing piece is self-knowledge for self-healing, and that's available within you. And Ayurveda is really about learning about who you are and then how that relates to the environment around you. And that's like, are you living in the mountains? Are you living in a dry or moist environment? What season is it? What should you be eating? What is the earth providing? What is the perfect medicine? Because the earth is designed so brilliantly, we can never recreate what she does. The reason everything is here is because of her design, and that goes back so far before all of our intelligent advances. So the foundation of this life on earth comes from a absolute brilliance. And so knowing ourselves and then really tuning into the nature around us and seeing the way that nature moves, what she's offering, how to care for ourselves within that. And some of the major foundations are the food we eat, the movement we give our body, the breath we take, and the sleep that we have. And so those, it's like when we eat the right foods, and that's listening, does this work? Does this not work? Does this make me sluggish? Does this give me energy? Does this make me feel bloated? Or do I have a great bowel movement? Is this food good for me? Is it from the earth? Is it of the earth? Is it real food? Is it natural? Those are the questions to ask. And that is the answer to feeding our bodies real, natural food of this earth that is perfectly designed. The seasons will give us the food that is designed for that time of year, that has the vitamins and minerals that we need to thrive. Sleep as a foundation. Are we getting good sleep? We need sleep. The sleep is the time for the detox, the de-stress, the rebuilding. And if we don't sleep, we really deplete our body systems over time. It really breaks down the body. It affects all body systems. And so sleep is a foundation. And then moving our bodies, we have, these bodies were meant to move and be used. We used to have that in our day to day because of work and lifestyle, and now we've become so sedentary. So we need to move these bodies. That energizes it, that has a healthy metabolism, brings in prana, invigorates the chi, the energy in the body. Moving these bodies really helps the digestive system, the nervous system, the clarity of mind. We get to really feel the impulse of the air moving through us, the blood moving through us. These bodies are incredible. And then the breath, when I say that, it's like to breathe in and really regulate the parasympathetic, to really quiet the mind. These are these purification techniques: meditation, breath work, yoga, something to really create space and not just be in the thick of the chaos and the stimulus. And so I invite you to tune in and tap into your own capacity to heal and thrive and really connect into what these ancient traditions have cultivated and practiced throughout time. It is within all of us to find that deeper state of health and well-being and peace. Thank you for joining me on episode 24, Liberate Your Life podcast. You can connect with me on Instagram at melindareese.co or at Instagram, Tahoe Ayurveda. Namaste. Be well.